back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Cohen. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw Beathard. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Here's Beathard to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, they run with Howard. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. second down following the run. Here's Beathard to throw. His throw incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw here. Beathard. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 7. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work out it so hard because the goal is to give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Let's go.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Take Carradine in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, it's Cook. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Akeem Hicks busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
On third down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Cook following the penalty. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Onto the field now come the Bears. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Now Beathard. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Beathard. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Murray, strong running, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. So the Pigskin will move from the 2 down to the 1.
And I have not met an offensive line yet that doesn't think they can get it in from the 1-yard line on a running play.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Beathard. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Bridgewater now. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. But they needed to break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going deep for Moncrief. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They run. This is Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And tough starting field position here. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Ten yards still left on second down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And oh, he spins past him and into space. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. And the lead will grow by one more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Back to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On the handoff, this is Howard. No gain on the play there, a second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll set up to throw. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride onto.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Handoff comes to Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right up. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And what about the Texans, folks, leading that game to this point? And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points. Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They run again on first down. Cook. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about it.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. They run, Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down. They go play action. Bridgewater. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the toss play, Howard. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Out to his left. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Again to Howard. Oh, now he bowls him over. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. To throw is Beathard. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Detroit!
Now back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. McKinnon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Play fake. Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Running with Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. Brian Robinson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Chiefs have scored again to extend their lead a bit. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Play action now. Bridgewater. Complete to right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Third and short yardage. Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's McKinnon. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. A give. This is Cook. Cook able to escape. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
There's pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Now let's go. Green.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll set them back 5. on the give. Running right is Howard. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for Minnesota, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.
Low fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. Amen, 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 yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check, 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 check. Gonna, gonna, gonna. Win it, we gonna. Gonna, gonna, gonna. Did it like my persona. Gonna, gonna, gonna. Remember them was honest. We was the drug them hardest. Then we pull up in the farthest. Go up. Walk in, show up, baby, hold up, go up, boy, don't touch, we float, blow up, yeah, I'm laughing to the bank, all new blue Benny Franks, pulled up on him in the tank, yeah, that guy just a rap guy, I'm so mad fly, he ain't, let me back, tight gave me, until I was going on Miami, they all cornballs, they can't stand me. I finesse, I done, I hear, get a plan. Postcode at my whoa, on the low, got strain on yo-yo. She post up a MCM and we like that JoJo. When we out and we see him, he always asks for photo. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. Amen, amen, yeah. Amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check. Gonna. Win it, we gonna. Gonna. Did it like my persona. Gonna. Remember them was honest. We was the drug them hardest. Then we pull up in the farthest. Go up. Walk in. Show up. Baby, hold up. Go up. Boy, don't touch. We float. Blow up. She lucky. Cause she 5 mil cash in Tucky. I walk up in demons, spend 10K just like it's nothing. I hang with the demons, they don't play by me, we cut. I was coolin', Atlanta, mixed the with the fan up. All them, I got Santa, I go my